Hello and welcome everyone. My name's Christian and I'm an English language teacher, and today's lesson is about travel phrasal verbs, and I'm going to teach you 10 very common travel phrasal verbs. I will teach you their meaning, their definitions of these phrasal verbs, and I will teach you how to use them. So your first two travel phrasal verbs are pick up and drop off. So pick up means to collect. For example, can you pick me up from the airport? So can you pick me up from the airport? This means can you collect me from the airport? We have the other phrasal verb, drop off. So if you drop someone off, and this means you take them to a place or you deliver them to a place. So, for example, can you drop me off at the Louvre Museum? So can you drop me off at the Louvre Museum? This means can you take me to the Louvre Museum? Your next travel phrasal verbs are check in and check out. So, for example, when you arrive at the airport, you check in at the airport. You might also check in online as well, or you physically go there and you check in at the airport. You can also check in at a hotel. So the check-in time is at 12 o'clock and you will check in at the hotel. Now, check out is the opposite, and this is when you leave the hotel. So if you check out of the hotel, you will leave the hotel. Now, check out also has another meaning, and it means to look at something. For example, if I said to you, hey, check out my cup. Check out my cup. This means I want you to look at my cup. Now, when we talk about traveling, you can say, oh, today I really want to check out the new football stadium. So I really want to check out the new football stadium. I want to go and I want to look at it. Your next two travel phrasal verbs are take off and touch down. So take off is when we talk about aeroplanes and the aeroplane takes off. So the aeroplane takes off. This is when the plane leaves the ground. So, for example, our plane takes off at 3 o'clock. So, our plane takes off at 3 o'clock. And the opposite is when a plane touches down. So, if a plane touches down, this means the plane lands. So, the plane lands when it touches down. For example, our plane touches down at 9 o'clock tonight. So our plane touches down at 9 o'clock tonight. Your next two travel phrasal verbs are stop off and stop over. Now, these are very similar in meaning, but if you stop off somewhere, it means it's when you have a break during a long journey. So if you're driving your car, you might stop off at the petrol station, or you might stop off at the service station. This is when you stop the car, maybe you have some food, go to the toilet, and then you will continue your journey. So you stop off, which means you have a break, a short break. Now, stop over is when you stay for a short period of time in a place on your way to your final destination. So it's similar, but you usually will stay in this place. You might even sleep there. For example, if you are traveling from Milan to Naples and you stop over in Rome. So during our journey, we stopped over in Rome for one day. So this means you might stay in a place for a short period of time and then you will continue your journey. Your last two travel phrasal verbs today are set off and to see off. So if you set off, this is when you leave your house and you start your journey. For example, shall we set off at 7 o'clock? So shall we set off at 7 o'clock? Shall we leave and start our journey at 7 o'clock? And see off, or to see someone off, maybe at the airport. This is when you say goodbye to someone at the airport. So for example, my family saw me off at the airport before I got on the plane. So my family saw me off at the airport before I got on the plane. So thank you for listening, everyone. If you would like to learn more, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, or you can go to my website below, which is www.conversably.co.uk. On my website, I've got lots of free resources, free worksheets, videos, information about England, and you can also book a free trial with myself. Okay, fantastic, everyone. Have a good day and hope to see you soon. Goodbye.